Hey artists, welcome to color warm-up number 6. In color warm-up number 1, which was last year for most of you, we made a star color wheel. Well, today we're going to make a flower color wheel. And so the way we're going to do that is to start out with a small circle, and we're going to add long petals to the top, to the bottom, and then one about right there so that there's space in between. One straight across. It's important that they're straight across from each other, and you want to try to make these the same length. Mine are a little off. They don't have to be perfect, just close. And straight across. Okay, so we've got 6 petals. Those 6 petals are for our 3 primary colors and our 3 secondary colors. And then we're going to put smaller, shorter petals in between those for our tertiary colors. Okay, so there you go. It looks like a flower, right? And I'm going to fix this one because I feel like it's too long. Okay, so then I've got my primary colors, colored pencils, and it doesn't matter what order you do these in. Some would say it does, but as long as you mix the colors right, it won't make any difference. You want to color these in nice and solid. Try to be careful. Blue. Try to pick yellow, red, and blue that aren't greenish, or like the blue's not greenish and the red's not purplish and the yellow's not orangish. You want to try to get as close to the real deal as possible. So now we're going to work on our secondary colors. Red and yellow make orange, so this one in between there you are going to make orange. Again, color them nice and dark. And then blue and red make purple. And yellow and green, or yellow and blue make green, sorry. Green's probably a little yellowish, but it'll be okay for our purposes. So then what we're going to do is make the tertiary colors, and the way that I do this is by lightly shading in between. So in between yellow and green is going to be yellow-green, so I've added a little bit of green there. And in between green and blue is going to be blue-green, so I'm going to add a light layer of green because I need it in both of those petals. And so between the yellow-green I need to add my yellow. And between the blue-green I need to add my blue. Now you may need to go back and forth with some of these to get the right in-between shade. Still looking a little green, I think. And here's going to be blue-violet. And my blue. And my violet. I'm having a hard time staying in the lines today coloring. I don't know what's going on. I must be in a hurry. Blue-violet is kind of like indigo. It's another name for it. And this will be red-violet here. Gotta be careful with red. It's a strong color. It'll take over. Can be a bit of a bully. Go in last, well no, not quite last. Red, orange. Like I said, be careful with the red because the red will take the orange over and it'll just look like red. Just a little orange. There we go. And lastly we have yellow, orange. So there you go. And if you want to take a couple more steps, you can make the center a gray or a black, or you can leave it white if you want. And then I'm going to go and outline all of these. It'll just make it look a little more clear where my colors separate, and it'll cover up some of my coloring mistakes. Yeah, I must need to eat or something today. My hand's not as steady as it usually is. There you go. So it's not gorgeous, it's not beautiful, but it is a color form of a color wheel. So this is color number 6. We'll call it a flower color wheel. Okay, there you go. Have fun.